In this video, we will review sets and set notation. So in this first question, we are asked to use roster form to write the elements of the following set or to state that the set has no elements. And so our focus on this set are the months that begin with the letter A. So if we go through the months, January, February, March, April would be the first month that begins with the letter A, so that should be part of our set. Then we have May, June, July, August. So August also begins with the letter A, so that should be part of our set. September, October, November, December. So the only 2 months that begin with the letter A are April and August. So this would be the correct answer. Notice when you are writing roster form for a particular set, you open and close with brackets, and you separate your sets, the items in your set with commas. This last answer represents the empty set. So basically, if I had asked for months in the year that begin with the letter Z, obviously there are no months that begin with Z, so that's when we would have the empty set. Okay, so in the next particular question, we're still dealing with sets, and they're asking me to write the roster form, and they have given me a description of set B. So notice, first of all, sets are named with capital letters. And the way we describe this is we say it is the element X. This vertical line translates as the word such that, and then they give me a description. And so this is telling me that my element X is a element of, or it's part of, and this stands for your natural numbers. Natural numbers are your counting numbers. I always think of it as when you were a kid learning to count, it was natural for you to say 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So those are your natural numbers. And it describes it that X has to be a multiple of 5. So with the word and, we've got to do both. They have to be a counting number, and they have to be a multiple of 5. So when I think about the first counting number that is a multiple of 5, that would be the number 5. So my set has to start with a 5. So that gets rid of this answer and this answer. And because I have an element, that gets rid of that answer. The next multiple of 5 would be a 10. The next multiple of 5 would be 15. And so at this point, we can get rid of this particular answer. And so we look at the remaining choices. Now, counting numbers never stop. They just keep going. So the problem with this answer here is they're stopping at 500. Yes, it's a multiple of 5, but nowhere in this description did it tell me to ever stop at 500. And then same problem with this answer. They stopped at 20. Nowhere did they tell me to stop. So the correct answer in this case would be A. The ellipses or the ... just says keep going. So it just keeps going with that same particular pattern. Okay, on this last particular question, again, they've given me a set. This time my set is named E. E is equal to X such that your X is a member of your natural numbers again. So remember, those are your counting numbers. And it says X is greater than or equal to 28. So because it has the little bar that says equal, that means this set has to start with the number 28. It has to equal that. And then it says less than 115. Notice it does not say equal to 115. So if it just says less than 115, the largest counting number less than 115 would be 114. So if I fill in the other boxes, I started with 28, and then you'd have 29, you would have 30, you would have 31. The ... just means I continue with that same pattern, and then I stop at 114.